We are now a mounted Westerlander sergeant, and I'm looking very much forward to punishing many of the people that were preying upon us before. In other words, the other mounted units that were attempting to absolutely just crush me into the ground when I was playing in infantry. So this is going to be pretty fun. I think I may have scattered the opponent enough so that Lord Leo Lefford, should I say Triple L, that is literally his name, Triple L. Is he some sort of WWE wrestler? Hello Reformers, and welcome back to A Clash of Kings. Now, I've been following our commander around for a little bit of time, and then he just stopped. He just stopped in his town, and we've been waiting here ever since. And I was kind of unaware as to why he was doing this, but it has now become apparent, as you can see as we follow him into battle. And, well, here's the thing. Usually, if I was controlling myself at this point, and I, could decide where I was going to go, I would have probably left this area. But because Lord Leo Lefford is a very stubborn man, by the looks of things, he decided not to leave, and we are now against a grand total of 1,203 enemies, and we are only having a battle advantage of -6? Question mark? That is very weird. Okay, well, 71 of us against 120 of the enemy. I'm pretty sure this is not going to go well, but we got to give it a go, don't we? Yeah, we got to give it a go. This is actually one of the first times in history of me playing this game that I have ever been enlisted in someone's army that has ever done a siege defense. So, I don't know what you want to take away from that, but if you take away that that's a pretty rare occurrence, it is. It's a very rare occurrence, especially for me. I haven't really had a lot of, well, should we say luck with that kind of thing. I mean, I don't know whether it's lucky to get, included in a siege defense. Wait, what's actually going on here? Am I being flanked? Are there two ladders? No, doesn't seem like it, but they were able to slip in very easily. Wow, that's not very good, is it? Look at that. I took so much damage for nothing. That is not good at all. If I can just do some nice jump and slashes, though, and not stumbles, thank you very much, Elias, then I think we might be in a much better position to hopefully, well, at least maybe gain a couple of levels. I think that would be kind of nice. I mean, I'm dealing such little damage that that's probably not going to happen, but you never know. Maybe I'm going to be able to, just get at least a couple of kills. Wow, look at that. Another stumble. Are you serious? Come on. There we go. Yes, there's a kill. There's a kill for us. There's another one. Yes. I mean, do bear in mind that Elias is not exactly the highest level ever. I think he's level 15. There you go. We've actually just gained level 15. That's nice. Alright, so I guess my goal for this siege defense has already been achieved. Because I basically said as soon as I was going to go in here, hey, if I can get a level up, then that's pretty much what I'm going to hope for. Because I don't think we're going to be able to survive this, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe Lord Leo Lefford, with my assistance, is going to be able to prevail in some grand miracle, but, well, you see this, and you think to yourself, yes, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, especially considering these guys actually have some really large swords, and those swords are going to cause us a great deal of difficulty. But if I can just stay here at this side and maybe just do a little bit of slashes every now and again, some nice overhead attacks, I think we'll be in a really good position. I mean, how many have we killed so far? Look at that. We've killed 118? Yes, 118. That is pretty amazing already. And I'm actually killing some lords here as well. I'm not killing lords, but I am dealing damage to them, so I suppose that's better than nothing. But yeah, I personally, you know what I'd like to actually have be a thing? I'd like to have, like, assist experience be a thing, because you know that in Warband and games like this, you only get experience for when you actually gain the killing blow. And I think that's a little bit of a, kind of a disappointing feature, because you'd think to yourself, hey, I actually did help with the killing of this particular fellow. And then, one of your AI compatriots decides, hey, you know what, I'm just going to kill him. And then he kills whoever you've been fighting. and then you end up with none of the experience. And I think the assist experience could make a huge difference to how quick it is to level up, and obviously that's going to, you know, help you out in the long run, because right now, you know, I'm a pretty weak character. I'm not able to do too much. I can kill a mountain clansman apparently, but only after he's gone through absolutely every defense known to man. But yes, the point is that being able to deal a little bit of damage to an opponent and then having that opponent die from one of your allies, I think that would then be a pretty cool idea to add some kind of experience gain to that. So you gain like a percentage of the experience that you dealt damage. So let's say you did 50% damage to the opponent, and then the opponent dies. Or in this case, I die. And yeah, and then you get 50% of the experience that you would have otherwise gained. And I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. But obviously that's, you know, I don't think that's possible in the Warband engine, and I mean, obviously that's kind of how it is in games like MMORPGs, and RPGs in general, I think, have done that for a while, where if you deal a little bit of damage, you'll get a percentage of the experience from the overall fight. I think the Fallout games actually do that. I think Fallout New Vegas does that a little bit. I mean, I think if your companions kill something, I think you actually do get the full experience, so it doesn't really matter either way, but, you know, you get my point anyway, because if you're still, you know, if you, let's say you deal 90% of the damage and then someone just comes in and does like 5 damage at the end, then all of that experience, all of your damage, all of your effort is for nothing. In Warband, at least. And I think it would be kind of cool if you just gained 90% of the experience from that, you know? So, I don't know, maybe it's making it a little bit too simple to gain levels and things, but who doesn't like to gain levels? Ah, well, anyway, let's take a look-see at what is actually going on here. I mean, you can see right now that we're actually not even doing that badly, and I'm kind of surprised by that. I mean, you'd think that we would have already lost because of the huge numbers disparity, but that kind of makes me think, hey, you know, maybe what we should do is retreat and go back in, but I have a feeling that that's probably going to result in a defeat for us. So I'm a bit worried about that, you know, because in previous episodes I have been involved in siege offenses and I have been eliminated, and then I've decided to retreat and try to go back in. But unfortunately at that point I am too injured because I actually don't have any first aid skill, or very little first aid skill, and then that results in an overall failure of what I'm attempting to do. So if I do decide to retreat right here, then we're going to be too injured to come back in, and it's probably going to be too late for me to then charge in by myself, basically, because that's what happened before in a previous episode where I got injured, I tried to go back in, I rested for a little bit, and then when I was, you know, at about 20, 30, 40% HP, I decided to go back in, and then I went in by myself against 110 units. So that was really good, wasn't it? Yes, that is really, really good. Not. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that I want to try and avoid here, so that's why I'm kind of sticking around in this siege defense, because who knows, maybe because we have the defender's advantage, we might be in with a shot of attaining victory here. I mean, it's highly unlikely if we continue to use and indeed lose many units in quick succession. I mean, you can see here that we're actually killing a lot of the opponent, and we're not losing too many of our units. Alright, so with that small cut, you've just seen here that our forces have been able to push back the opponent, and it's only been a couple of minutes, seeing as, you know, seeing as we are now pushing them back, I thought maybe we'll come up with some miracle victory here. But at the moment, that doesn't seem likely. I mean, it really depends unless we're able to get our reinforcements up there as soon as possible. But I don't know whether that is going to be possible, because there are so many enemies. Just so many enemies. Alright, well, I think I'm probably going to wait maybe another 3-4 minutes or so, and then we're just going to see what actually happens, because I don't really want to be sitting here off screen for 15 minutes while these guys wail on each other. So let's just see what happens, and if we're able to fully keep the opponent back, then I'm just going to wait a little bit longer. But if we're not, and if the enemies are, you know, getting down these stairs and actually into the open courtyard, then I can think, I think we can pretty safely say that we're not going to achieve victory. Alright, so I've actually been waiting here for the past 10 minutes, just waiting for something to happen, and it seems as though both sides are very equal. At one point, our Westerlands units had pushed the opponent to the ladders, and then the opponent pushed us back very, very severely all the way to the stairs because they came in with a bunch of vanguards, or these two-handed guys. I actually don't know what they're called, but yeah, those guys. And they're just very, very heavily armored, and it's extremely difficult for anyone to kill them. There was actually one of them trying to harass our archers. You can see here the bodies of the archers that were attempting to kill him, and all of their blows were literally just glancing off his armor because it was just such heavy, heavy protection. Anyway, we are going to retreat here. There's nothing much more I can do. We're not receiving any more reinforcements, as you can plainly see. And that is it. That is it. Alright, so we did gain 28 morale, which is pretty fantastic. I mean, you can see here that all of our defenders were almost eliminated. And you can see that we eliminated... Whoa, look at that. 608. I managed to kill 15 enemies, which is actually not even that bad. I mean, I guess I could have done as bad as Leo Lefford, who got actually nothing. So, yeah, I guess that's... yeah, that's kind of a shame, really, because we actually did pretty well. But there you go. Your enemies take you prisoner. Alright, so we have been captured, and we just need to escape and rejoin our commander, which is actually easier than you think. I think. I mean, it's happened before, so that's a bit of an issue, but yeah, you can see here, these guys, these cowards, if they had just come in to help us out. Look at these guys, there's loads of them. There's loads of them fighting over here. Oh, well, never mind. If they'd just come in to, actually fight in the siege defense, then I think we would have had a much greater time of the... Oh. They actually did take that, yes. Now, now this is going to be a bit interesting, because I don't know where he's going to be. Perhaps now would be the time to prove your worth and rescue him. I don't know why or how that is supposed to be a thing, because how am I supposed to raise an army in less than 44 days, unless I already have an army, that is, in less than 44 days, and go and rescue him? That just does not, just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's take a look here. Oh, I can't actually see their prisoners, those ones. Are they in there? No, he's not in there. So I assume that he managed to escape. Shall we just take a look at the notes real quick? Did he manage to escape? Yes, he did manage to escape. Ah, fantastic. Okay, so let's take a look at the fellows here. Oh, that's him, actually. Never mind. Okay. So, he has no fiefs. Oh, that's fantastic. So where is he going to appear? Well, I suppose we're going to have to head to the nearest castle to find out. Now, bear in mind that I actually do have some pretty good gear right now, so technically I could leave his employ and go elsewhere. But then I think to myself, well, I don't actually have that much money, and I actually wanted a pretty decent nest egg for me to leave with, and then I could potentially buy an enterprise and then, kind of springboard ourselves from there, but that doesn't seem to have happened at the moment. Although, I haven't been able to sell for the past month or two, so it would actually be kind of nice for us to do so here. Let's just see how much we're actually going to get. Wow, the merchants really don't have any money, do they? Are you serious? Okay, I'm going to buy some bread, I suppose. Just to offset some of the cost that we're currently having here. There we go, we'll just do that. Wow, really? They really don't have anything? Are you serious? Look at that. This is Case. This is right next to Lannisport. You would expect them to have a pretty decent amount of money, surely. Well, maybe not. Okay, well, this is... I'm going to just keep the Lannister helm on just for image sake more than anything. We're going to let the Rusty Arming Sword go because I already have one that's actually good. And just in case I come across a companion, I'm going to keep this arming sword here as well. So, yeah, there we go. Alright. That seems pretty good. Let's go into the tavern just to make sure we're not missing out on any companions that may have a nice first aid skill, because first aid skill would definitely come in handy to prevent ourselves from, again, being too wounded to enter the battle. No, it seems like there aren't. Anyway, let's go into the castle here, if I can, and see if there's anyone here that I can ask about Lord Leo Lefford. I'm probably going to need to wait a pretty considerable amount of time. Ah, look at that. I won't forget how he broke the walls of Pink Maiden and put its defenders to the sword. It is a sweet memory. I'm actually kind of surprised that he remembers that, being that he's so old. But anyway, I wanted to know the location of someone. Okay, so let's have a look-see here. Where is he? There he is. He's currently at King's Landing. Oh, no. That's actually not great. You know why that's not great? Because it's all the way across here. Oh dear. Well, that's actually not even too bad, because, you know what? I'm not actually at war against anyone. And you can see here that the Reach are launching an assault against Lannisport. Whoa, that's pretty insane of them. Alright, so basically what I'm going to try to do is I would like to complete the quest that many of you were talking about in the comments, because that is actually going to improve, you know, per your words, that the Westerlands is going to be a little bit more effective. And I think that could be pretty fun to witness. So if we could do something like that, then I would be very pleased about it. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of research on it first, because I am unsure which quest it actually is. I'm a bit worried about being killed by these broken men, but thankfully they seem a little bit slower than I am. So that's pretty good. Wow, that was close. I think they almost got us there for a second. Alright, so let's just continue to move over here, and hopefully we can catch up to Lord Leo Lefford. There's a bunch of... Whoa, look at these guys! They're super weak! They are super weak. Maybe I could become a vassal and take them on. I mean, really. They don't have that many at all. I wouldn't be surprised if those village farmers kill them. It's unlikely, isn't it? Because there's just so many of them, but still. They really don't have that many at all. Look at these guys. They're running around with 50. Wow. Can you imagine if I'd actually, you know, leveled up an army or so by now? Well, obviously I don't have the ability to do that at the moment, but still, I think that's actually pretty cool. Okay, anyway, let's go into King's Landing, take a look at... Oh, he's actually right here. Hello there. Good to see you again. Yes, how we captured the Golden Tooth. Yeah, well, we captured it, but then you lost it. I don't know why you lost it. Okay, I'm ready to return to your retinue. Yes, there we go. He's giving me no money, as far as I'm aware. Yes, no money at all. Alright, well, anyway, let's see what he's going to do now. What do we have here? Oh yes, our first battle back with Lord Leo Lefford, and I actually thought that he was going to engage upon a couple of villagers, and I was like, please no, don't do that. Don't do that, Leo, that's not a very good idea. And thankfully he listened to me, amazingly enough, through the psychic techno waves. Yeah, I have no idea how he listened to me, but yeah, he basically just turned around and decided to fight this person instead. And as you can see, we are having a very stiff back. That was a bit weird. Did you see that? His posture was hilariously stiff. Anyway, we are now a mounted Westerlander sergeant, and I'm looking very much forward to punishing many of the people that were preying upon us before. In other words, the other mounted units that were attempting to absolutely just crush me into the ground when I was playing an infantry. So this is going to be pretty fun. Unless my horse gets killed behind enemy lines and I am left by myself on foot, which is probably going to happen. Let's face it. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to see where the archers are, because I think I'd like... Oh, hello there. You're right here. Oh, this is interesting. I actually thought that they were further away, but no, they're actually right here. This is interesting. Alright, so I'm just going to kill these guys. Or I'm going to try. I'm going to do a little bit of damage to them, apparently. And we're going to provoke them. Yes. You are provoked. You imbeciles. Are they actually going to... They're not going to follow me? Yes, it seems as though our forces, as you can see over there, are being a little bit stubborn. I'm actually unsure whether my camp menu options have been reset for some reason. because it seems as though that might be the case, as the formations are not being adhered to at the moment. Oh, no, there you go. It seems as though they might actually be starting to do something, but as you can see, my horse has been damaged a little bit, which means, yeah, it's gonna move a bit slower, which is not exactly what I like to see, but it's just very, very nice for me to actually be in some heavy armor now as well, because this is even better armor than what we had previously. Anyway, let's do this. Let us go and kill the archers. Wow, they have some really yes, brightly glowing helms, which I gotta say are pretty, wow, pretty cool. Anyway, let's just make sure that I don't actually get murdered. Yes, oh yes, look at that. I think I may have scattered the opponent enough so that Lord Leo Lefford, should I say Triple L, that is literally his name, Triple L. Is he some sort of WWE wrestler? Or, yeah, WWE, yeah, that's what it is now. It used to be WWF, but they changed it. Anyway, point is he some kind of wrestler? Because Triple H, Triple L, yeah, I don't know whether you know wrestling, but still. Point is, let's try and kill the opponent. Try and get a bunch of experience. That's something I would like to do. I'm terribly sorry about that, enemy lady, because I didn't really want to reduce any relations, but I kind of thought maybe I'd get a good experience boost from doing that. Oh wow, Triple L got eliminated immediately. Yes, that's kind of disappointing, considering they put up such a massive defense. And the Golden Tooth, well, I actually don't know how he did. I actually thought that maybe he got killed immediately as well, because he actually did not get any kills in that particular siege, if you recall. So that might have contributed to it, him just dying very quickly. But yeah, my weapon is still the same, by the way, so obviously that is a bit of an issue. But my armor, my actual torso armor, is much better. So yeah, that is pretty amazing. Anyway, let's just see if I can... Oh no. This is not good. Oh, no. It's actually doing some pretty decent damage here. I mean, thankfully we're not fighting the North, because the North seem to have some really heavily armored troops. I mean, I'm not saying that the Stormlands don't, but they seem to have troops that I'm actually able to deal damage against in comparison to the North, so... Come on now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We're off our horse, and... Oh, the stumble might have killed me. Ooh, wow, that was close. New enemies have arrived, but they are not enough. Or are they? Because, let's face it, we are actually outnumbered. Do bear that in mind. We are actually outnumbered, but I thought to myself that Triple L is going to know what he's doing, so hopefully he's going to be able to achieve victory here. I got to kill this guy. I got to kill this guy if we're going to stand any hope of winning this, because he is a pretty heavily damaging unit. There you go. We took out the Hammerman. Nice. There we go. Nice. I think we've won this. I think we have actually won this. Against all odds, mind you, because do bear in mind that we had less units than the opponent. Although, they might still come back. They might still come back and defeat us. You can see here that the Hammermen are extremely heavily armored, and they are using that wonderful polearm that I absolutely love. I mean, I used to use that in one of my previous series of A Clash of Kings, and absolutely loved it. It was a fantastic weapon. Obviously not maybe as good as the... What was it now? The hammer? Or the mace that I used to use? Yeah, it was a two-handed mace or something along those lines that could crush through blocks. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was absolutely fantastic. Really, really fun to use. Anyway, there you go. We actually did achieve victory. I killed 14. Not too bad. That's a pretty modest amount of experience gain right there. And hopefully we'll be able to build upon that as time goes on. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.